Hello, hello. Thanks for watching my replay. I am here. I figure it's the beginning of a new week and we do a Make It Monday and do something a lot more fun than dealing with the Monday. I didn't come down here with a project necessarily in mind. Some of the crafts that I do, I am doing because I need to reveal at a specific time, or it's a gift and I can't show what it is or how I made it until after it's given as a gift, because the recipient is on here. And sometimes it's for the craft club, and I kind of wait so that it can be special for them to see it first. So so I have been crafting, been doing some stuff and having some fun. Life is always better in the craft room. Hey, somebody's here. Give us a shout out and let us know you're here. Thanks for joining us. But I didn't have anything really specific in mind that I could show you, so I thought I would go back to one of the last projects that I made, which was this little walk by faith. And I know that there is a way, somehow, some way, that I can reverse the letters using my phone, but I haven't figured out what it is yet. But it says walk by faith, 2 Corinthians 5:7, and I just thought, while I love it, I love the classic black and white, it just needed a little something to spice it up. And of course we've always got the back side to work with, and that's the nice thing about these, is we can move them around, we can do them vertically or horizontally. But today I just wanted to make the walk by faith look a little more special. So I thought I'd start with that, and then I thought I have a pedestal base and board that we might do a little something on, and just try to recover from the fact that it's Monday and weekends are infinitely more fun than Mondays. And anyway, I'm glad you're here, and I hope that you're able to get a little bit of crafting done too. So I am going to sit this down, and I'm going to move the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing, and let's add some embellishments to this frame. Okay. I think that more or less has you where you can see what I'm doing, although the lettering is backwards, and I apologize about that. But I think what I want to do is I want to make some sort of bow. So I'm going to start by clipping the ends of my black and white wired ribbon. This is a narrow ribbon. It's probably about 1.5 inches. It's not terribly wide, but for this it doesn't really need to be. And I don't really need long tails, so I'm just going to make some little loops here. Get that out of the way of the tail, and see if I can't make something worthy of putting a flower or something on. So let's try for 3 loops on either side and see if we can't make that look like something special. Don't want to make them too big because I don't want to overwhelm the base, but I think that looks cute. I'm going to cut that off there. And now, since I didn't pre-cut a piece of twine, which would have been the sensible thing to do, I'm going to cut a little piece of this ribbon. And I'm just going to take where it's pinched in my fingers, and I'm going to pull it around and tie it. Should have cut this a little longer, but I think we can get it tied adequately here. Maybe if I hold my mouth just right, we can get it. And I think with some glue, and I have a little glue here, I can push that over and make it look a little better. So now I'm going to fluff this up We just want it to be kind of fluffy. It's not really supposed to look like much of anything in the middle. It doesn't have a middle loop like most florist bows do, but that's okay. For what we're doing, that's just fine. Do want to trim this other end so that it matches the first end, and I have scissors here. Trim that so it looks a little neater. Maybe it won't fray as badly. And we will just fluff, fluff, fluff. Get these things looking like they're happy to be embellishing a project. So, at a class I did this weekend, which was really fun, one of the things we did is we went ahead and made an embellishment for the project that we made with a bow. I know some people that were there already knew how to make bows, which was fantastic, but I didn't know if there might be any interest in people learning how to make some bows. Would be interested in a video on that. I'm just trimming some little things there, and we've got just a little ring now. I'm going to put some glue on the back and place it right here on the frame and hold that for a couple of seconds and let it hold good. And then I've got a couple of flowers I want to try to use. Not sure which one's going to look better, but I picked a couple. A friend of mine, Laura Brown, got married. She's Laura McConnell now. I have to keep remembering her name, her new married name. And she used these flowers that she hand painted and dyed. And they're made of wood. They're not flexible like fabric. But these were her wedding colors, and she very graciously let me have the remainder of them when she was finished using them to see what crafting purposes we could get. And I thought maybe that touch of blue and the pinky purple would look good next to the colors here. But it's a little larger, I think, than what I need. But we have this other one, which is just this little ivory rosebud. And it's amazing, as soft and flexible as it is to be made with wood, with thin pieces of wood, which is nice because it's very durable. And it's really, I mean, look at the little curls. I mean, it's so realistic looking. Love these flowers. They do have a little bit of a base. So I think that would look pretty there. But I don't want it to stick up so much. So I'm going to just come in underneath where it's tied and just cut right there so it nestles down in that bow a little bit better and creates the center. And I think that's going to look really nice. So, and I think it kind of works with the black and white theme. You know, that it's embellished. It looks special. It looks cute, a little fancy, without necessarily looking too colorful or distracting from the design, which is really the walk by faith is the part that I want to be front. That message needs to be the most important focal point to me on this piece, because this is something that I will probably keep on my desk, or when I get shelves for the wall behind me that will go there as, you know, a reminder that this is, you know, the why I do what I do. I do try to remember not to let things in life get to me necessarily, or to forget my sense of priorities, and it's easy to do. So there we go. I've got a few little glue strings there. But now we have an embellished board, and it totally makes it look a little updated, a little new, a little more finished than it did before. It was great before, but this adds just a little extra something that I think is going to be, well, I know I'll appreciate it as we go through and see it day after day. So I hope that gives you some ideas. There are all sorts of embellishments that can be done. I've seen people wrap the entire base in ribbon. I've seen them tie bows. I've seen them put flowers up here and have tendrils coming down. There's so many options, and you can take something even that's in your home that maybe you love it, but it's just doesn't lift your spirits like it used to, and add a little something to make it new and make it catch your eye again, and make something look fresh and suit your decor, even if your decor changes. You can pop this off and switch it out if you wanted to go with maybe a soft coral, maybe a yellow or a turquoise, and change out the flower, or maybe a white ribbon with a colorful flower, maybe a red or something just pink or lavender. There's just, the sky is the limit, and the embellishments can often take a piece and change it up enough that it's something new. So maybe that's something that you would enjoy doing as well. So I'm going to sit this to the side, and let's open up this board and base, or not board and base, let's open up this pedestal base and see if we can do something really cool with the new transfer. There are so many new transfers. I have not gotten anywhere near as many of them as I would really like to have, but slowly but surely we will get there. I do have a few that I'm enjoying. We do have our new Club Couture one, which is this Welcome to Our Home, which is absolutely gorgeous. I have seen this on so many surfaces, and the only reason I haven't played with it yet is I'm trying to find just the right surface to put it on for me. There's all sorts of different options, and you can do them on painted surfaces or metal, wood, glass, all sorts of options. The wreath is especially cute. These little berries can go in and add that little touch of color. Definitely something that I'm looking forward to jumping on, but I just want just the right thing before I get started with that one. So, and remember, our Club Couture people, all during the month of February, get 20% off any of their pastes, chalk paste. Okay, so this is the board part of our base. It's going to hold a good 5x7, and this is the pedestal section, and on the bottom it's got the little post that helps to hold it in place. So I'm going to set the box aside. And this little pedestal is absolutely gorgeous. It's just a little bit antiqued or a little bit scuffed up looking. Definitely got that farmhouse look. So stinking cute. We've got some different things that we can do. I was thinking of going with this one, which says Love. This is our new Love transfer. Our other one, I don't know if you saw the previous one, but it was Love with a script, and it came up after the E and had a heart. It was really popular too. This one has a little more of a floral motif, and the font's a little bolder. Really, really super pretty. So I'm kind of thinking that I would like to try that. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's see if I can get it out of the container. Let me go ahead and mark it. Oh, well, that's not the right kind of marker. Let me see where I put my marker. Well, I will take care of that in a little bit later, but normally I put my initials on the front and I write what it is on the back so that I know for sure which side of the transfer paper that I'm putting it back on. So I remove the transfer. I'm going to use this little cloth that I'm working on to fuzz it or add a little bit of lint to the back of it so that it is not so aggressively sticky. It's not usually a problem on our chalk couture boards, but you don't want to take a chance of getting something on there and just not being able to get it up as readily as you would like to. So let's see, this is going to need to go horizontally. The nice thing is they're repositionable, so you can kind of look at it and say, that's crooked, like this one is, and switch it up. I think that's a little better. Now I'm just going to make sure that that it's got good contact all around the screened in area. And now I'm going to pull out my paste out of my little handy paste container. Okay, put that back over there, out of the way. And I am going to take my paste and I'm going to grab, I could have sworn I had a stir stick handy. I will stir that up a little bit better, but it's in reasonably good shape from the class that I did on Saturday. So I'm going to take a little bit of the chalk paste. I'm going to run it down the design and make sure that I get in all of the screen, like screen printing a t-shirt. It's very similar. Get a little more paste here. You want it to be about like yogurt or sour cream, that consistency. Not so thin that it'll just run right through, but not so thick that you can't manipulate it adequately. And then you just apply a little pressure and pull off the excess, put it back in the container. And luckily, if it gets on your hands, it won't hurt anything. It comes off with water. It's really easy to deal with. And if you get it on your clothes, it washes right out as well. So now, let's see if I can find a clean finger. We're going to pull up a corner. And we're going to work it over so that we're not stretching it out of shape. And voila. We've got the perfect, let me get my fingers at least dry so I don't get stuff all over it, but we have the perfect ability, or the perfect font and picture. That one turned out really lovely. Now we can set it in our pedestal base. Which is right here. Fits right in, and then I can take the little peg and insert it to hold it in place. And there we have, let me lift the camera up a little bit, a beautiful piece that very boldly says love. Now for this one, I don't think I want to use the black and white ribbon. I think I want to be a little more neutral than that. Let's use some burlap ribbon. That's another good neutral that goes with just about anything. Definitely has that shabby chic feel that's so popular. This is a wired burlap ribbon. This one may have come from Hobby Lobby. If you watch Dollar Tree, sometimes I have been able to get ribbons from there that are fantastic. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, sometimes they're smaller spools, but the quality is really good. So, let's get our end. Spool off some ribbon. We don't need too long of a tail, but we will, I think a little bow is definitely going to be sweet as can be on this pedestal. I mean, if that pedestal's there, by golly, I say we decorate it. And again, I'm going to just take off a piece here that I can feed through underneath this middle loop. Kind of squish it through there and tie it off, and then hopefully I cut a big enough piece that I can tie it off and then immediately tie it to the back of the pedestal. I may have been pushing that, but let's see what we can do. The nice thing about using ribbon or twine as a tie instead of florist wire is that you can avoid the problems that come with, let's see, let me get these tails going forward. I need to trim this one. You don't have a piece of wire over time scratching up the back of your pedestal. And so that's kind of good. So let's see here. Let me put this here, and it looks a little wonky, but we can straighten that up a bit more. With this wired ribbon, it makes it kind of easy to do. So let's see, this is going to be, I don't know why I'm not getting my ribbons close enough tonight. But I tell you what, I'm going to put a little glue across the ribbon itself, and that will help it to hold nicely. Once that glue is dry, I will snip from the back. Let me take this little, let's see, I know I've got a scrap of ribbon up here somewhere. No, we won't worry about that. Let's fluff this ribbon. The nice thing about the wired ribbon is it's easy to work with. And you can pretty much pull that wire around in the ribbon to make it go just exactly how you would like it to be, as fluffy or as flat. Make your tails come forward or curl under a little bit, whatever you think suits your mood. And there we have a project full of love. This would also be cute if you had some silk baby's breath to come glue a little to the center of that ribbon and have it coming up. There's a lot of really neat ideas, and you could take this ribbon and, you know, change it out. Maybe red for Valentine's Day, green for St. Patrick's, maybe neutral for part of the year, maybe a pretty plaid for Christmas. There's a whole lot of options that you've got available with just embellishments to make Chalk Couture and other design signs and pieces around your home look fresh and make you smile. And that's what this is all about. So I know this hasn't been a terribly long video. Don't know. Let me get this up here. I don't know that anybody really wants to see a terribly long video. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you. But I do hope that you've enjoyed something that you've seen. If you've got questions, if you'd like to see anything in particular, if you would like to see a particular project, learn how to make bows, learn how to do different kinds of embellishments, I would love to help. And, of course, we do private parties. We do public parties. I know once a month at the Sip and Shop in Griffin, Georgia. That's what we did this last weekend. Loads of fun. Had a great group of ladies there. I hope that they get a chance to watch, and I hope to see you around. I am going to try to be live every Monday. I can't always guarantee the time, but sometime Monday evening for Make It Monday, and we'll try to get at least once a week a chance to craft together. So I hope that that is something that you will enjoy as well. So thanks, and keep crafting. I'll talk to you soon.